afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, welcome to the BIM Society, the 5th anniversary kick-off cocktail reception today. Now, the BIM Society Limited is a non-profit making organization which is committed to promoting and developing the BIM assessment tool, which is, as I understand, one of, say, the most comprehensive tool in Asia and perhaps in the world. And the tool is for the assessment of green building, and also we are committed to training other professionals. And today, we mark the 5th anniversary since our establishment. To begin with, may I now invite Professor John Ng Chuck Yi, the chairperson of the BIM Society Limited, to say a few words. May I have Professor Ng, please?
Secretary K.S. Wong, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you to BIM Society Limited's 5th anniversary. Is a very long term, okay? Kick-off reception. So this is a great day for us. And today is our sort of 5-year-old sort of birthday. To improve the building performance, to create a greener and healthier built environment is our mission. And with that in mind, we try to develop and operate the BIM Plus labeling system. And we also spend a lot of effort in building capacity to the green building practitioners by providing trainings and various activities for them. So that's the sort of thing. And I can still recall that, and probably KS can remember that, about 5 years ago, when we first started the BIM Society Limited in 2010. Now I can still recall that. Of course, before that, we have 15 years as BIM Society. So we are not that young. But you know that in 2010, there's an incorporation as a BIM Society Limited. And we start from there. And that's quite critical for us, because I can still recall that in those days that we have about like 1 to 2 staff. And we still have to rely very much, yes, Professor John Chai, BEC support to us. The whole secretariat is by BEC in those days. Thank you very much. And now when I look back, we have now at least 23 staff. In those days, I do ask CF, what is the average projects we have to assess per year? The number is about 15. Something like half is PA and half is FA. But now we are talking about at least like 60. So that's the sort of figures we are talking about. At the moment, we have 650 projects registered, 260 projects we actually have assessed it. And at any one time now, we have 120 projects in various stages of assessment. Not to count the various trainings. We have trained at least more than 3,000 professionals. So at the moment, we have 2,750 BIM Pro and more than 100 BIM affiliates. So that is the sort of workload which the society has been sort of doing in the past 5 years. But that's not enough. I think you recall that in 2010, when we have the BIM Plus, which is overhauled, version 1.1, and then in 2012, we have 1.2. In 2013, we have the BIM Interior, and then there's a series of corporate governance improvement. How to improve the system. We have the IMS, we have the Code of Conduct, Code of Practice, Office Manual, and all those sort of things which we would like to improve the governance and try to make the system more robust and objective. And all this can be possible. It's because we have a group of pro bono professionals with that vision and with that passion, trying to make the place, the buildings greener, try to make Hong Kong a better place, a better built environment. And without that, we can never have today. So can I just thank them, all these professional, pro bonos helping the BIM Society. But of course, it's very important that we have very good strategic partners, collaborative partners. Hong Kong GBC, which we are part of, one of the founding members, BEC, PGBC, and a lot of other stakeholders, including government departments, and KSU have been always such a good supporter to us. And there's a lot of people like you, including people who cannot come today, sort of supporting us in the past 5 years, or even the years beyond that, to 1996, when we first have the BIM Society. So this, we feel very grateful, and I hope you can continue to give us that support. But what we are looking ahead is something more. I think you probably know that we are in the process of trying to revamp the new building, so BIM plus NB, new building. But before that, we are now working very, very hard on existing building, because we know that existing building is a major bulk of building, which we got to do something about it. If we really want to reduce emission, reduce energy consumption, and making those buildings a better place for the users. And probably you know that. We are looking more than just building these days, but looking into the built environment. We are looking into the overall city. And I'll leave it to Raymond later to elaborate a little bit more regarding existing building. But I would like to, well, actually, I'd like to share with you a recent experience yesterday when I attended the South China Morning Post Spotlight Forum about the electricity market. So before well, it's a free lunch actually. It's a free lunch, very nice lunch in the Marriott. And then you know that we use the network and then we change name cards. And I run into two very awesome people. Very awesome people. And I think I still have the card here with me. Let me see whether I can retrieve it. Yes. I mean, interchange card. And I have this card. Very nice, pinkish, romantic card. It is from somebody from a very big cosmetic corporation in Hong Kong. And the logo, the sort of motto, is making life beautiful. Okay, remember this is cosmetic. So I think it's great. I mean, we are also trying to make Hong Kong a better place, a greener and healthier place. And what all you guys here are doing, making a better city for Hong Kong and for the planet. And then second, I'm running another person. And that person is from an organization called Make a Wish. And I said, Greg, I'd like to make a wish. And then he quickly responded to me, we only work for children. And I said, I'm a children. I would like to be a children. I'd like to make a wish. So I'd like to make a wish today, actually. On this journey to green building and built environment, we hope we can make friends. Make some friends on the journey. And with that, I'd like to wish you all an enjoyable afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor John Ng. Now, it is our great honor today to have Mr. Wong Kam-sing, JP Secretary of the Environment of the Hong Kong SAR, to be our guest of honor this afternoon. And Mr. Wong is also, as you understand that, he is actually Chief Architect of the Hong Kong Sustainability Development and all the initiative. But perhaps maybe a little bit less known to some of you, he's also one of the management committee members of the BIM Society. So the BIM Society today, is celebrating 5th anniversary, which is actually you are one of the creators of the society. So So now, ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome Mr. Wong by warm welcome, as well as invite him on the stage to give a talk. Thank you.
John, dear friends, very pleased to be here to celebrate with you the 5th anniversary of BIM Society. May I invite the friends to come closer so that we can have a better connection. Yesterday is the Earth Day. The theme of this year's Earth Day is about for our future, that everyone, including you, should take the lead to lead the change. And this morning, I attended the symposium with around 10 Nobel winners. They call it the 4th Nobel Laureate Symposium on Global Sustainability. It's the first ever Nobel Laureate Symposium on Global Sustainability to be held in Asia. And Hong Kong is picked as the city for this important venue. And the theme of this symposium started this morning for a few days. Is about 4C. They call it changing climate, changing cities. They highlight that to respond to the challenge of climate change, cities, including Hong Kong, are really the problem area and also the solutions. So it's very timely for us to be here to talk about how to respond to various environmental challenges, including climate change, including our local challenges. I do have a lengthy speech, so I have to draft my key points. My colleagues told me that it's something so close to you that you do it yourself. So firstly, I would like to highlight that BIM Society is a part of our change driver in Hong Kong about climate change, about various local environmental challenges. And Hong Kong is a built-up city that many of the issues are related to buildings, both new and existing. So firstly, I would like to invite you guys to join me to say thank you to BIM Society and all their volunteers and staff. BIM Society has been evolving for the last 5 years. There are ups and downs. Okay, certainly to tackle the environmental challenges, it's not that straightforward. But overall, I believe that the vision and mission of BIM Society is very clear and supported by you guys. And I would like to invite all of you to have your continuous support to the works of BIM Society. It's very meaningful for Hong Kong and also for the global challenges in terms of the environment. More, I would like to talk about the future, as John said, to look ahead, to look forward, what should be our focus. And may I share with you my thinking, summarized in 3 very simple terms, ABC, okay? A is for assessment. I totally agree that green building assessment through BIM Plus system is one of the very important pillars driving important change in Hong Kong. In particular, Hong Kong's built environment, accounting for 90% of the power consumption in Hong Kong, affecting our environment, both indoor and outdoor. So it's a very important element for us to make Hong Kong and even the world better. The second is B. B means building and building sector. Okay, the many of you are really the key persons, stakeholders in the building sector. It goes beyond BIM Plus, but also how we can have our building and also building management better in response to the environmental challenges. And C is really collaboration, because looking ahead, there are still many challenges that we have to tackle. And I would like to elaborate one by one. I said earlier that assessment is very important. The government would like to rely on the assessment so that we can induce more effective change. One recent example is that we just updated our, we call the Green Government Buildings Circular. For those in the government or working on the public projects, I should be aware that the first ever this kind of circular was issued in 2009 by Carrie Lam when she was the Secretary for Development, and Edward Yao when he was the Secretary for the Environment. They jointly issued the circular. So it's already 5 years ago. So this time, Paul and I just signed off the new circular and just uploaded on the website this week or last week. Okay, it's dated 1st April, really heightening the new requirement for all public buildings, not only about new ones, but also about the management of the existing government buildings. So please take a look. You can make reference to it. It raised the bar and would like to set the reference for not only the government and also quasi-government bodies, but also for the private sector, that probably you guys can surpass the government in terms of the environmental performance. So keep up your works, and also to make the BIM Society's contribution even greater. And I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to the staff of BIM Society. You are also really important contributors to the green building movement in Hong Kong. Secondly, it's about the it's about the buildings sector. So besides the green building assessment, the building sector is very important. Stakeholders to make changes in response to the challenge, not only about the global climate change challenge, but also various local environmental challenges from air quality to solid waste to energy and biodiversity. I would like to cite a few examples. First example is about air quality, and in its relationship with the EV, the electric vehicles. I think some of you can feel that there are more and more EV in Hong Kong, even though we are promoting mainly EV for public means of transportation, buses, taxi, minibuses, but also that the private cars based on EV model could be something that we should promote. So the question to John and also to the building sector is that how we can, say, in our car parks to promote, particularly those in shopping malls and commercial office buildings, how we can have our car park transformed so that it could be more EV friendly. In particular, that we should provide or consider to provide more medium or quick charges so that the EV private cars could be facilitated. So it's in terms of the hardware provision and also in terms of the management of car parks that can be conducive to the wider use of EV. Second is about the solid waste management. We launched up 2 blueprints. One is on the overall municipal solid waste. The other is on food waste and organic waste in particular. In our landfills in Hong Kong, there are 2 biggest solid waste. One is the construction and demolition waste, okay, about 3,000 tons per day on average, and given the increasing public works and also building works in Hong Kong, that would be higher pressure on the generation of C&D waste. The second, not the second, actually the equally important or large amount of waste, food waste related, accounting for about 40% of the municipal solid waste. So these are the 2 biggest sector of solid waste in our landfills. So in your new building design or in your existing building retrofit or management, how we can address these 2 issues should be shared by you in terms of the assessment system or in terms of the building design and management. And to add, the waste charging, 垃圾按量收費 is forthcoming. The law is to be drafted, and it would affect the building design and also the building management. So I would appeal to you that you should consider how we can make Hong Kong waste less. Thirdly, it's about energy and climate change, and I would like to share more about this aspect. I'm keen to draw your particular attention to the following 5 aspects, okay? That will be happen this year. Firstly, that as mentioned by John, that we have the current That's the leaflet. The consultation on the future development of our electricity market is a 3-month consultation launched before 1st of April. It's not only about power companies, but also about demand side management, about energy saving, about renewable energy, about distributed energy systems. And we also have the BIMPAS, or Green Building Assessment, mentioned in our consultation document. So just not just look at these simple leaflet, but our document containing about 60 pages or something like that, that contains more information that I would like to invite BIM Society and also you guys to look at to see how we can seize the opportunity to integrate more innovative approach in our regulation of the power market. The second thing is that it's about the Green Government Building Circular, as I mentioned it earlier. It's on top of our announced energy saving plan for government buildings. In our recent policy address, our chief executive announced that writing on the previous energy saving in government buildings, we'd like to set a new target, is that in the forthcoming 5 years, we would like to reduce further 5% reduction in our overall government buildings energy consumption. Government would like to take the lead and would like to the private sector to also do similar things or even more aggressive targets. The third is that in the first half of this year, we would launch a new document we call the Energy Smart Built Environment. It's jointly made by Environment Bureau, the Environment Bureau, and also Transport and Housing Bureau. It's a comprehensive document talking about how to make our built environment, from buildings to transportation, to be energy smarter. It's the first ever document made by our Hong Kong government to set out this overall picture and also map out new targets and also strategies. And in addition to that, we will have the energy saving campaign for all to be a stepped up campaign to be launched in the first half of this year. So we need your support to all these. And last but not least is in the second half of this year, we will have another document. It's about Hong Kong's climate change strategies in response to the challenge climate change. It would embrace both mitigation measures and also adaptation strategies. We'd like to have the document issued before the international event they call the COP21 to be held in Paris. So it's a very important year on energy and climate change. And to conclude with C is about collaboration. John talked about make a wish. I would like to use another word is to make it happen. Okay, it's very important to make it happen. You know the Chinese of make it happen. That while making a wish is not really the solution, right? Change would not happen automatically. That we have to work together, getting the concerted effort, and try our best to make it happen. So with that, mortgages, okay? It's very important. To make it happen, okay? And last thing is that the C is for cheers. Cheers to BIM Society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wong. Will you please remain on stage? Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wong. And just now, Mr. Wong gave us the ABC, right? Of course, from BIM Society point of view, we also have ABC. So we hope A means all, B means building, and C means certified. So all buildings to be certified. I think this is our common wish. So now, it's a time for us to invite, for this occasion, invite our management committee members to come on stage to join Mr. Wong, because we have a little bit of the game to play with, right? So on the board, later you can see that we have 8 elements here, right? So now you do not see what they are, but later we will see what they are. So first of all, may I invite Professor John Ng on stage? And followed by that is Dr. Raymond Yao, the first Vice Chairman. And then may I have Mr. K.M. So, the second Vice Chairman on the stage. May I have Mr. Frankie So, the Honoris Treasurer on stage. And then may I have Engineer Dr. K.L. Chen, the Chairperson of the Marketing Committee to be on stage. And finally, not the least, is Ms. Ivy Lee, the On Secretary, on the stage. Now today, because one of the committee chairman, Mr. H.K. Lee, could not attend the event, so I will be sort of playing the role as Mr. H.K. Lee, as the representative of the committee on the PDC. Please, all the guests, please push your hand on the button. You can see that on the board, this is a LED board. So you have a button, so Ivy, you can, you put this one, I put this one. So would the guests please put your hand on one of the, I would say, the icon. Yeah. There are 8 of them. Yeah. So I come over to the other side, it's okay? Yeah. Now, will you please press the button when I count 1, 2, 3, right? Now I count. 1, 2, 3. Happy 5th anniversary for the BIM Society Limited. Now, will the guests please remain on the stage to take a photo because it's a very memorable event. Please take a little bit forward. So may I call upon the, please. So may I now please also call upon all the directors of the BIM Society, and I will not name one by one. Will you please come on to the stage? I'm sorry, the stage a bit, I would say, using a Chinese word, big, all right? But this is a Chinese term, not English term, all right? Will you please stand on? Yeah, thank you. Now, while they are standing on the stage, I explain to you what you see just now on the board. So all the 8 icons represent the 8 aspects we have. Namely, we have the site aspect, the material aspect, the energy use, the water, the innovations, the addition to the building attributes, management, and so on. So now, may I invite everybody to okay. May I count 1, 2, 3, and then we say cheer. And while they are taking the photos. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheer. Happy anniversary for the 5th anniversary of the BIM Society of Hong Kong. Okay, once again, thank you very much for all the honorable guests. And I know that today we have many chairmen, many directors of many companies come over. So thank you very much for freezing your time. So may I now call upon you to just to have some sort of good time, join the guests, and also try to take some sort of refreshment. Sorry. So first of all, let's show the video. Now this is perhaps not many people have seen our video before. And recently, because of the publicity requirement, we have prepared a video. And will you please take a little bit of time to watch a video?
Improving green building standards and practices. First qualification scheme in the industry.
So now, just as you've seen our video, it is time for another event in our program. Now, may I now call upon Dr. Raymond Yao, the first Vice Chairman, and also the Chairman of the Technical Committee of the BIM Society on stage to say a few words. So now may I invite Dr. Raymond Yao, please.
John doesn't need a script for his speech, and KS with some assistance, but I do need the full script. So, good afternoon, Mr. KS Wong, JP, fellow members, and guests who have joined us here today. I hope all of you are having a great time celebrating our BSL 5th anniversary and also doing a lot of catching up with friends and colleagues. As mentioned by our chairperson, Mr. John Ng, at the beginning of the cocktail, I'm going to tell you a little bit more of BSL's latest development and what can be expected from us in the future. The cornerstone of BSL is no doubt the BIM Plus assessment tools. It has become a benchmark of green building standard for the construction industry and the community. It provides independent assessment of sustainability performance of buildings and incorporate both tangible and measurable indicators on all sustainable aspects: sites, energy, water and material used, waste, IEQ, and innovation. And throughout the years, the tools has contributed successfully to facilitate the market transformation of green buildings in Hong Kong. This year, the 2015, marks the 5th anniversary of BSL and the BIM Plus establishment. And considering the building electricity demand largely comes from existing building stocks, their environmental performance are having significant impact on the overall sustainable development of Hong Kong. With the concept better than yesterday, BSL is implementing a major revision of the BIM Plus tool on existing buildings to encourage existing buildings to go green and retrofit deep. And this can help, no doubt, Hong Kong transforming its aged building stocks to greener buildings, creating a healthier living environment and contributing to combating climate change. We welcome all types of buildings to register for this BIM Plus EB assessment, and we provide 3 different frameworks of EB assessment to choose from, namely the one-step assessment or the stepwise improvement assessment and the individual category assessment. And they are derived through extensive consultation and collaboration with the real estate industry and professionals across the spectrum, including designers, facility management, and government officials. And some preliminary details can indeed be found on the display board among you. And this will allow more flexibility of the assessment to accommodate different building age, building type, and owners to take part in our assessment and to expand the pool of credits to more choices. The HK 3030 campaign, initiated by the Hong Kong Green Building Council, our partner, with the objective of enabling a reduction of 30% to the absolute building electricity consumption by 2030 as compared to the level of 2005. BIM Plus existing building major revision will be one of the prominent key contributors in achieving the target. And this, no doubt, will contribute to satisfying the objective of the various government's policies on energy demand saving, climate change impact, waste minimization, as highlighted by our Secretary for Environment, Mr. Wong, earlier. We're also extending environmental coverage of green buildings to cover wider aspects of sustainability, such as the social sustainability and outdoor environmental quality into the community and neighborhood. Other initiatives, such as BIM Plus new building major revision, will also be in the pipeline to be launched very soon. Ultimately, one of the most important goals of BSL for the coming future is to become a public body. This would greatly enhance our credibility and the reliability to project a positive image in a position of special trust by the government. We are the sole assessment body for the BIM Plus assessment and sole training center for BIM Plus professional. And such identities and responsibility are to be further emphasized and promoted. We are striving to undertake a robust, consistent, and fair and objective assessment scheme. We are hoping to increase the public confidence in BSL's operations and enhance our reputation and attract competent candidates with interests to join BSL, the committees, or the board. And today's cocktail will initiate a series of celebration events held throughout the year to commemorate BSL's 5th anniversary. Events will include a conference and an annual dinner to be held in September this year. And we will provide a platform for all of us, for the industry, to foster discussion and to encourage the exchange of more innovative ideas. And once again, I thank you so much on behalf of BSL for you to joining us here today. Your support to us today and throughout the year is crucial for our success in these 5 years. And let us know, looking forward to the even more exciting and successful and greener years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew, Dr. Yao. So the talk on the stage has now come to an end. So I hope you can stay with us and try to meet your friends, talk to them, because you are actually the cross-section of the entire, I would say, sustainability development sectors in Hong Kong. So I hope you can actually chit-chat together, exchange your views, and we have some refreshment right there already ready to serve you. So please enjoy the time. All right? Thank you very much.